November 1996. The rain falls on Newport City like a shroud, washing over streets that stink of old coffee, stale cigarettes, and secrets left to rot. Inside the run-down Orchid Motel, in room 19, the body of a journalist named Martin Hale sits in a cheap armchair. His eyes are wide open, as if he's still watching something we can't see. In his cold hand, a small tape recorder. The room is locked from the inside. There's a note on the table, a single sentence that chills you to the bone. The truth is quieter than you think. Detective Arthur Gray, a man whose mind is as cold and sharp as the winter rain, takes the case. He plays the tape. It's mostly static, a dead hiss, but underneath it all a faint, ghostly whisper seems to crawl out. You already know. Gray starts with the people in Hale's orbit. The journalist was working on a story about corruption, a story that could tear the city apart. First, there's Evelyn Cross, Hale's ex-lover, a philosophy professor with a fascination for existentialism. When questioned, she coolly states, "Truth is just the lie we choose to live with." She admits she saw Martin just days before he died, but her eyes betray nothing. Then there's Thomas Reed, Hale's editor, a man sweating under the pressure. He confesses to deleting Martin's final article draft from the newsroom servers. His excuse: "It was unfinished. I was protecting his reputation." But was he protecting Martin or himself? Finally, Father Caleb, a priest Martin had interviewed about moral decay. The father offers Gray a cryptic warning, one he'd already given to the dead journalist. Even saints have blood on their hands. Each suspect is a locked room, hiding something. Yet none seem to have a clear motive or opportunity. It's a perfect circle of suspicion. As Gray digs deeper, the case becomes less about evidence and more about philosophy. He finds Martin's personal notebooks, filled not with leads, but with chilling questions. If a man confesses in silence, is he still guilty? What if the killer never meant to kill only to be seen? This isn't just a murder, it's a philosophical puzzle. The clues feel like traps for the mind. Ashes from a rare brand of cigarette are found on the window ledge. The handwriting on the note looks too perfect, too deliberate. And the motel clerk. He remembers a second man checking in with Martin, a man with a limp who was never seen leaving. Gray's investigation leads him to a dead end, until he uncovers Martin as true final subject, a secret project that studied how to manipulate human behavior through psychological conditioning. A study of guilt and confession. Suddenly, the clues click into place. Gray realizes Martin wasn't just reporting on the project. He was recreating it. This entire case, it's an experiment. The rewound tape, the fingerprints found on the inside of the room's mirror, Evelyn's lighter matching the motel cake, and it's all a performance. The murder wasn't about revenge or greed. It was about forcing someone to confront a truth they didn't even know they were hiding. Back in room 19, the rain's still pouring outside. Detective Gray listens to the static-filled tape one last time. He turns up the volume, straining to hear. The whisper is clearer now, a chillingly personal message. You already knew the answer before you arrived. Gray looks up at his own reflection in the dusty mirror. For a split second, he sees the reflection smile, even though his own face remains grim. He walks out of the motel, the cold air hitting his face. As he steps onto the wet pavement, the camera pulls back, revealing something we hadn't noticed before. Detective Gray walks with a faint, almost imperceptible limp. He stops, pulls out a cigarette, and lights it. It's the same rare brand found on the window ledge. His own words escape his lips, barely a whisper against the storm. Some truths were never meant to be solved. The camera pans back to the empty room 19, focusing on the mirror. The room is vacant, yet in the glass, the faint shadows of two figures remain. What really happened in room 19? The answer might be closer than you think. Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed digging into the darkness, Don't forget to follow for more mysteries.